what the Gnostics described, I think they were spot on. I mean, I've come across the same theme, is that this simulation is a copy, a digital copy on one level of the prime reality, because this earth exists in prime reality. And it's on that higher frequency, that higher vibration, that much more ethereal vibration. And it's heart-centered, and it's a beautiful, wonderful, wonderful place, like creation in general overwhelmingly is. So what they did was basically take a copy of that. And it's like taking a copy of a website. The original website's still there. You've only taken a copy of it. And what's been happening since this simulation was created is that it's been changed and changed and changed and changed to go further and further away from what I'll call it prime earth is, prime reality. And so you come in perceptually. You don't come in physically, you come in perceptually. And as you come in, the memories of prime earth can disappear. With some, you can still remember it, but they basically disappear. But much as they've tried, there is still a connection to out there, and it comes through here. And if this closes and you get pulled into only belly emotion and head thought perception, then you can become completely immersed in the matrix and see no other reality. Like the five senses, just see the matrix. But if you can open this, you open your heart, you retain that connection to out there. And the more you open it, that connection becomes more and more powerful. The more you break through the veil of forgetfulness and you start to remember. You start to remember who you really are, where you really come from, and where you really are in terms of the simulation. Just after the turn of the millennium, I just got so strong from somewhere. We're in a simulation, and the limits of it are the speed of light. The head thinks, and it tries to work it out, because it doesn't know. But the heart that's connected to beyond the simulation does know. And that's why intuitive knowing comes as a package. It doesn't come as a sequence of thought that reaches a conclusion. The conclusion comes in full. It's like, I just know. Oh, I'm thinking, I just know. That's the difference. And, you know, you can remember, you can feel where we come from and the scale of love that's there, where we come from. And we came into this simulation to try to break the stranglehold that this reptilian force, this ultimately go out of that into Vatika, this distorted consciousness has on humanity. And once you start to feel these things and understand these things, well, it happens on many levels. There's that level. I just know what this could be, know what's out there, and how this is not how creation is meant to be. This is just a very, very dark place. So the Gnostics describe the same thing. But there's other levels too, which drive you on. When you can see where this sequence is taking people to get even more and more extreme in this simulation as they change the website, if you like, more and more and more and more from what it originally was, then you can't walk down the street and look kids in the eye. You can't look your own kids in the eye, your own grandkids in the eye. You have to do everything you can to make a difference. And what I can't understand, and I've experienced it many times, is over this 31, 32 years I've been doing this, I've seen people come in and they realize something's going on and then they disappear. And some other people come up and they're flavor of the month for a short time, and then they disappear. And I look at it and I think, how can you walk away? If you claim to know where this is going, how can you walk away and leave people to their fate? I can't do that. And I'm driven by wanting to break the stranglehold that this force has on human perception. And I'm driven by wanting to know the truth. I don't want a statue. I don't want a round of applause. And if from the other side comes abuse and ridicule, that is all irrelevant to me. I want to know the truth, and I shall pursue it no matter what the consequences, because I don't even think about consequences. People have said to me, when you said that, didn't you know you'd get ridiculed? Well, do you know I'd worked that out? But I'm going to say it anyway, because it's about uncovering your truth and then speaking it. Not uncovering your truth and then keeping quiet about it because you don't want other people to think badly of you. This prison that people live in, the fear of what other people think. If you live in a prison, like most people do, of fearing what other people think, you're not you anymore. Never mind handing over your self-respect, you've handed over your uniqueness. You're now molding yourself to become what other people think you should be. Where have you gone? We are part of an infinite expression of consciousness, all possibility, all potential. But we are unique expressions of that, as a unique series of experiences and perceptions that have created us, that have made us what we are. There is no contradiction between seeing that we're all one, that we're all expressions, points of attention within an infinite whole, and celebrating the uniqueness of our particular perceptual point. And if you start fearing what other people think about you, you start editing yourself, you start censoring yourself. Shall I say this, or what shall I say so these people think I'm okay? Well, I don't care what those people think of me. They have every right to think of me whatever they choose to think of me. That's their right, that's their choice, that's their freedom. Freedom is not the freedom to have everyone agree with you. Freedom is the freedom for people to have their own opinion, whatever it is. But it's also my freedom to speak my truth, and I'm going to do so, and nothing's going to stop me. No level of ridicule, no level of abuse, no level of intimidation, none of it. Because once you open your heart to beyond the simulation, out into prime reality, then you lose the intimidation that comes with fear.